Hey y'all. I'm sorry about what happened on the last video. Literally my iPad just stopped recording out of nowhere, like mid-sentence. I'm like, okay. So hopefully you guys made it to part 2, made it to this video. So I'm sorry, I apologize. So now I'm recording on my phone, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. But yes, so I'm trying to regain my thought. So yes, I think I was talking about like good and bad days. So there's gonna be some good days, there's gonna be some bad days, there's gonna be some days where you can suppress your emotions and try to, hold them in, and there's other days where you just can't. And I've had them both. I've had days where I can't even barely stop crying. There's all these different feelings. Why am I like this? Why am I dealing with this? Some feelings I can't even explain. It's just like I just have to cry. Just that's my only way of kind of letting out the frustration, the pain, the sadness, all balled up into like one feeling, For me, I struggle with hypersensitivity. I've been doing a little more research on that, and there have been studies where it's been shown where hypersensitivity has been linked to depression. So it's not too far-fetched for me. I've been called everything. I can remember when I was a little girl and I would get called water bag, crybaby, anything to be called, overly emotional. I've been called it. And even as a young adult, man up, get thick skin, don't take things personal. I have a habit of taking things very personally sometimes. And my hypersensitivity, like I said, it was even when I was a little girl. But I know that some childhood experiences have definitely played a huge factor in that, for sure. Have growing up with parents that didn't really take emotion very well. I was always kind of forced to just mask the way I feel. I would get cursed out, or I would always get, just negative energy whenever I would try to express the way I feel. So there was a point in time where I would just shut down. I just wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't tell anybody how I feel. And as being a young adult, I can't go through life continuing to be like, oh, I can't express the way I feel because somebody's going to be mad. I felt like that for a long time, and it's kind of like, you know what? That's why I say you have to have people in your corner that can support your mental health. People that actually know, like, okay, she's like this. This isn't a game. This isn't some kind of act out for attention. This is how she is. Sorry guys. Reason being why I just don't have a lot of friends. I really don't. It's hard for a lot of people to understand why I am the way I am. And then once a person takes the time to get to know me, it's kind of like, okay, now I kind of see. Now I can appreciate who she really is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And also like little inconveniences. Little inconveniences are very hard. Something that, let's just say you go to a store and they just don't have what you're looking for, the exact thing. They have something similar, but it's not what you came for, pretty much. And for most people, it's kind of like, okay, maybe I could try another store, maybe, but if it's one of those days where, I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling some type of way, things can escalate. A little inconvenience definitely can escalate, to something bigger. And then, it's kind of like, when I think back on, it's like, wow, like, did I really act that way over that? And to most people, it's kind of like, girl, you're overreacting, calm down. And it's like, no, it's kind of like, I feel the way I feel, you know what I mean? So I'm learning slowly but surely, is just kind of like, let myself feel the way I want to feel. If I'm feeling sad today, that's how I'm going to feel. Do I have to stay stuck in sadness? No. But at the same time, I think it's just, for me, suppressing my feelings, to a certain extent, it does not help me at all. The more days I go on, like, oh, I'm going to suppress. I don't want others around me to, to ask me what's going on, or I don't want people to kind of cut me off because I'm feeling emotional, which I've had people to do that. I've had people to be like, you know what, you're too emotional. And it's kind of like, you know what, well, maybe you're not for me then. Or maybe I'm not, you're not for me. I'm not for everybody. So it's kind of like the people that I do have in my corner, I truly appreciate. I truly appreciate it. And phobias as well. Phobias is definitely linked to depression and anxiety. I have a huge phobia of bugs. I cannot stress that enough. I have a huge phobia with bugs. Even this morning, I had a bee that was outside my door, and when I saw it, I went to the left. Any bug, even butterflies, to be honest. Sometimes butterflies kind of scare me. It's like, like just bugs in general. I grew up in South Carolina, where there were a lot more bugs than there are out here in San Diego. You know, it's that country life. You got dragonflies, you got all kind of wasps, bees. You got some stuff out there that you don't even know. You can't even identify what it is. Like, what is that? But yeah, definitely my phobia is definitely bugs. That's pretty much my only phobia that I have. Yeah, that's really the only phobia I have. I know most people's phobias is water. I don't know how to swim. I have no intention on learning how to swim. I'm kind of scared to learn how to swim. My dad tried to teach me when I was younger, and I just wasn't having it. I can't trust. I don't know what it is. I can't relax enough to be able to just like, just float in the water and just, I have no intentions. I have no desire on learning how to swim. You know, some people are kind of like, you don't know how to swim? I don't. And I have no problem learning how to swim. I don't really be around that much water to I guess need to know how to swim, but you never know. You never know. But moving on, what should you do if you feel like you may be suffering from depression and anxiety? You know, Google has a lot of different things out there. They can make you think that you're dying in 2 days, you know what I'm saying? So I really do suggest, if you think that you are suffering and if you have more than half of the symptoms of depression and anxiety, I would suggest to go to your primary care provider and definitely get an examination. Maybe you can rule out some symptoms, discover some new symptoms you maybe didn't even know you had, and then, you know, they can maybe refer you to a mental health specialist, or, you know, but definitely if you feel like you're suffering, speak out on it. You're not alone. You are not alone. There are a lot of people that deal with this, and either they don't know, they don't want to accept it, they have no one to talk to. There's many different factors, but I feel like there is help. There is ways to ease the pain. I'm not saying cure it. I'm definitely saying how to ease the pain. And I think I'm going to end this video definitely with saying, be kind to yourself and respect yourself. You know, there's some times where I cry because it's like, why am I like this? I didn't ask to be like this. As you see me, I look just like a normal everyday person. If I wasn't speaking out on this, most people wouldn't know that I struggle with this. You know, it's not something that I you know, it's not like a mask that I wear and say, oh, I suffer from depression and anxiety. So that's why I say you have to be kind to yourself and kind to others, because you never know what people are struggling with. You never know. You know, people can have a smile on at work all day, and like I said, go home and basically just, they have to deal with their feelings on their own. And I know for me, when I'm at work, like I said, I work like 2 jobs. So when I'm at work, you know, I'm what's the word I'm looking for? I'm distracted. I'm distracted with my kids, you know, I'm distracted at work. And then when I come home, it's like, okay, nah, there's no distractors now. Now I'm here alone with me and my thoughts. And that's why sometimes night times are really hard for me. Mornings and night times are really hard for me, because I feel like that's when I do the most thinking. I have an hour commute to work, so I have a lot of time to think, and I have an hour to get back home too. So I definitely will say, just try to respect yourself and be kind to yourself. It's not your fault. It's not, we didn't ask to be like this. You know, for those that do struggle, I know not everybody watching this video does struggle, but for those that do struggle with, you're not alone. You're not alone. There is help out there for you. So yeah, guys, remember, leave feedback, leave any questions that you want me to answer, any different topics, whatever it may be. I'm here for you guys. It's helping me. I want to help you guys too. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you may be located. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love.